Okay, it was an interesting debate. It was an interesting debate. Although I missed Tulsi Gabbard and also Andrew Yang. I wish Andrew Yang wouldn't have dropped, and I don't know if he would have made it to this debate per se. But those two candidates would have made hell lot of difference. And there were a lot of good pointers from Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. And in my head, they are the clear winners of this debate, hands down. Especially Elizabeth Warren, who punched down Bloomberg repeatedly on his record and targeting all the critical issues and everything which is wrong with Bloomberg. Uh, Bernie had very strong points all over different topics, and rest all had disappointing night. Bloomberg, especially, I mean, he was the biggest loser. First of all, he didn't had a lot of uh, points to defend his record because he has a shitty record to begin with. So he deserved what he got. And I don't even know why he's running. I don't even think that he knows why he's running, other than maybe like making sure that none of the progressive come in power and tax him. And Yeah, that's the whole reason for him to running, other than any core belief or moral he stands for, which I don't think is any. Joe Biden has his moments, but it wasn't a lot of moments to begin with. He came across as very weak, and he uses his own talking points. I did that. Whenever it comes to any topic, he just tried to boost himself up, like he made a difference. Just Riding on what Obama did in during his term. So I'm I would say Joe Biden had a disappointing night for sure. Amy Klobuchar, she got knocked down multiple times, and I'm surprisingly by Elizabeth Warren, which is nice because during the last debate, Elizabeth Warren was like, upping up Amy Klobuchar, but in this debate, she had few moments, especially the time when the moderator asked about the Mexican president, and Pete Buttigieg kind of made some lame, shallow argument, and that time she was completely out of argument and defenseless in some sense, and you can see like how easy it is to get under her skin. And one of the other biggest loser in my book is Pete Buttigieg, for sure. Not only he doesn't have any good uh, policies to represent, he is just pandering by using, polished words and using his speaking capabilities to kind of, appeal to the people. His healthcare plan is horrible. His climate change plan or climate crisis plan doesn't exist. He's just talking over the bigger um, I would say like issue, as if we should do this, we should do that, without getting into any details. And on top of that, he don't have any defense for taking money from limited billionaires instead of creating a movement like how Bernie and Elizabeth Warren did in some sense. One of the best moments was when Bernie sort of defended himself around Bernie Bros narrative, because that's the only topic which mainstream media has been targeting Bernie with. Like they don't have any good message to criticize Bernie with, because his record has been really really clean, and he has been on he's been standing on the same exact policies and defending those policies for his entire political term, or political life, in fact. And they don't have any criticism against his policies, again, other than, like just tossing up socialism and random words around. But that's why they are kind of sort of targeting Bernie's supporters. And Bernie had really good, strong points that, yeah, out of 10 million people who follow me on Twitter, a minute percent of them are, vicious online. Who knew? Internet is filled with these kind of people. So first of all, it's a very, very wrong argument to ask Bernie to defend his supporters, because Bernie is stand for his policies. And like I said, in the past, like, back in 1930s, 1940s, when Gandhi was not 1940s but 1900s till 1920s and 30s, when Gandhi was leading the non-violence movement to get freedom from British government, or queen at the time. There were fraction of his supporters who wanted to achieve freedom through violence, and Gandhi just disowned those supporters. Uh, and that's what Bernie can do. I mean, he is very clear of what he stands for and what he would like his supporters to do. But if someone doesn't listen to him, he doesn't have power over them. The main idea about power is, it's not, uh, no one no one has power over anyone. Okay, I don't have power over you. It's you. If you choose to surrender to me and give out your power to me, only then I can say something which you might be influenced with, or you might act on. Other than that, nobody has power over anyone else. That's one of the reasons why you would see, like, religious people surrendering themselves to God. And also a lot of these cultish people. Again, religion is a type of cult, or like a MAGA crowd, right? They surrender their power to their dear leader. So that's how the leader has power. Um, in a suppressed society, that changes, because in a dictatorial society or in a monarchy, um, the people, even though they don't have any say, and there's the whole society is structured in a way that people don't even believe they have power to begin with, to surrender in the first place. But in the countries where people do believe that they have power, uh, they the only way to control those people is when they surrender to their leader or whatever. So, long story short, Bernie doesn't have any power over these people, and holding Bernie accountable for something he doesn't even believe in, and a fraction of people who follows Bernie are doing to other candidates, is very, very disgenuine on the mainstream media part, as well as on the other candidates. And I guess they already know the power of Bernie's movement altogether, and they don't have anything else to kind of criticize Bernie on. That's why they making up things as they go along. But that being said, Nevada's caucus is coming up soon, and hopefully there is no shadow business going on, and then we'll see the real power of people, or we'll see the real result. And I'm hopeful that Bernie will win Nevada, and carry on his momentum to gain the nomination and eventually beat Trump.